20,000 euros, gone overnight, not from a scam, not from a bad investment, from a government form filled out one small mistake. This is a video about the true cost of living somewhere, the cost nobody puts in a brochure. We're going to walk through 5 real financial systems, one at a time, and add up what they actually take. By the end, you'll understand something most personal finance content never tells you. It's rarely one big expense that breaks people. It's 5 small, reasonable ones stacked on top of each other. Start with the most extreme example. A government that took money first and asked questions, never. For over a decade, Dutch parents claiming a routine childcare subsidy got caught in a financial trap. One small paperwork error, a missing signature, a late form, and the tax office didn't just deny the claim. It flagged the parent as a fraud. Benefits were cut immediately, no warning, no hearing. Then came the bill. Full repayment, sometimes 20, 40, 60,000 euros, demanded all at once. No payment plan, no mercy. Investigations later found the system flagged families with dual nationality more often. And according to academic and parliamentary reporting, thousands of children were placed outside the home during custody disputes connected to the financial collapse of their families. This remains a debated figure, and not every case has been independently verified. But even a fraction of it points to how far a paperwork error was allowed to spiral. In December 2020, a parliamentary report gave it a name: unprecedented injustice. 3 weeks later, the government resigned. Here's where the story gets more complicated and honestly, more interesting for our purposes. By mid-2026, the government had finished its full review. Most recognized families had received their payout, averaging around 40,000 euros each. On paper, the repair operation looked close to done. Then a second scandal surfaced. Internal reports revealed that officials had ignored warnings that the system may have wrongly classified around 20,000 parents as victims, meaning some of the compensation may have gone to people the original scandal never actually harmed. Courts are now sorting out, case by case, who was legitimately owed what. The government has said it won't claw back money already paid, which means the same institution that once clawed back money too aggressively is now, in a strange twist, refusing to claw back money it may have paid in error. Here's the financial lesson buried in this story. A debt you didn't know you owed can be called in overnight, with no warning and no room to negotiate. That risk doesn't disappear just because the mistake was the system's, not yours. And even the compensation meant to fix it isn't immune to the same bureaucratic error it was designed to correct. Now the part every resident feels every single month: income tax. Earn a solid upper middle class salary, around 78,000 euros a year, and you cross into the top bracket. 49.5%, almost half of every additional euro you earn, gone before it reaches your account. For comparison, Germany doesn't apply its top rate until income is nearly 4 times higher. The Netherlands reaches its ceiling fast, which means the reward for a promotion or a raise shrinks faster here than in most of Europe. The lesson: know exactly where your tax cliff is before you negotiate a raise. A bigger number on your contract doesn't always mean a bigger number in your account. Now, the biggest line item in almost anyone's budget: housing. The country is short roughly 400,000 homes. That shortage has gotten worse for over a decade, not better. Here's the number that should stop you. A small student studio and a full 3-room family apartment now cost roughly the same amount. The market has compressed so hard that starter housing and family housing sit in the same price bracket. And renting isn't the release valve people assume it is. In parts of Amsterdam, a single apartment listing can attract over 400 applicants. The lesson: in a shortage market, the price of shelter stops tracking your income and starts tracking everyone else's desperation. Budgeting normally for housing stops working when supply breaks this badly. Now, a smaller line item that adds up in a way most people don't expect: transportation. Amsterdam has removed roughly 11,000 street parking spaces since 2019, replaced with bike lanes, trees, benches. This is documented city policy, not an accident. Buy a new build home, and here's the catch nobody explains up front. You may never qualify for a street parking permit, ever. It's called a zero permit policy, and it applies automatically the moment a building is classified as new construction. Already have one permit? A second one for a second car costs 2.5 times as much, and in several neighborhoods, the city has simply stopped issuing them. Street parking in city centers now runs up to €8 an hour. Private garages charge more. This isn't isolated to one city. Utrecht has already converted major roads from 4 lanes to 2, planting trees where the traffic used to be. Its newest district, Merweed, will house 12,000 people with 0 private cars allowed. Not reduced, 0. By 2030, 29 Dutch municipalities will restrict which vehicles can enter at all. The lesson: transportation costs aren't just fuel and insurance anymore. In cities actively engineering cars out, owning one becomes a recurring financial penalty. Permits, garages, and parking fees that scale every single year. And here's the smallest, sharpest example. The one that shows how fast a minor mistake becomes a major expense. Run one red light, €329, gone. Miss the payment deadline, and the system doesn't remind you, it punishes you. First reminder, plus 50%. Ignore that too, and it doesn't double, it triples. €320 becomes €960 for one red light. Happened twice in a rough month, and for someone living paycheck to paycheck, that's not a fine anymore. It's half a month's income, erased for something that took less time than reading this sentence. Lease drivers get it worse. Private citizens can request a payment plan directly from the government. Lease drivers usually can't. The bill goes to the leasing company first, then straight to you in full, with no negotiation. Even the man who used to run the agency collecting these fines has said publicly that the punishment no longer fits the offense. And a Dutch court has ruled in specific cases that these surcharges function less like justice and more like a quiet backdoor tax. The lesson: small, unlikely expenses need a real place in your budget. A single unpaid reminder can turn a manageable fine into a genuine financial emergency. Let's add it up in one place the way your bank account actually experiences it. A tax system that takes almost half your income past a modest salary, a housing market where a starter home costs as much as a family home, a transportation system that penalizes car ownership harder every year, and a fine system that can silently triple an honest mistake into a month's rent. None of these alone is a crisis. Stacked together, they are. Here's the actual financial lesson, and it applies wherever you live. The cost of a place isn't the number on the listing or the number on your payslip. It's the sum of every system quietly built around you. Tax brackets, housing shortages, permit rules, penalty structures that most people never add up until they're already living inside them. Before you commit to a city, a country, or even a new job, don't just check the salary and the rent, check the tax cliff. Check the housing math per square meter, not per bedroom. Check what it costs to own or not own. Check what a single mistake costs if it happens twice. This isn't a conspiracy. Every fact in this video is public record. Government reports, court rulings, city policy documents. Nobody hid this from you. It's just never added up in one place until now. If this made you think, the world of finance has a lot to cover. Hit like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.